Hello every single and taken body out there in the audience tonight. Welcome to our Infinite Fusion special episode.
Explorers of Sky-type beat.
Today we are going to rank over 50 Gardevoir fusions in the game, giving our opinions on their design, reference material, and most importantly, how beautiful they are as smashable waifus.
All right, folks, I'm on my 5th box of Viagra in the hour. Where are the rest of you pimps at?
I'm on my 4th line of Coca-Cola and 3rd box of poppers.
Good stuff, good stuff.
I've got a nice ice-chilled cup of sugar-free peach tea, you freaks. When I said come prepared with your best medicine, I didn't mean it quite literally.
Forget we said that like a level-up move. Someone better explain these tears before I shag my wardrobe. This is not a metaphor. I cut out the glory hole in preparation for today.
Before we go any further, Joe, please make sure there's no toe stubbing today, okay? We can't keep waiting 5 minutes at a time for your moans to stop.
Forgive a man for being clumsy, sheesh fine. There are no desks within 69 feet of me, so my toes and knob are safe.
Speak for yourself. Let's go through the tiering system really quick. We've got a lot to chug through.
Come on, it's not that difficult to comprehend. Starting from the bottom, we have Dash for those chicks you want to run away from. Crash is for those you'd maybe throw a bone when you're scuttered drunk and need a quickie. Bash is for those that are a little bit more committed. Friends with benefits, essentially. Smash is, oh yes, yes baby, if I can every night I'll be getting my quick bites. This is where my current wife is, but let me tell you the fall off gets crazy when they turn 60, fellas. Don't say I didn't warn you.
I won't lose my hot bod when I turn 60, will I?
You never did, Joey. Peak tier is marriage basically of those you want to live life with, but also pound around their town every hour, every minute, every second. And true peak are the chosen ones, 10 out of 10 designs who are destined to age graciously. I'd be gatekeeping this level if I was being ranked, but Barack said no professionals allowed.
Aw crap, I figured I sent that to you instead of your mother. I have you both in my contacts as fat-ass Trump, but for different reasons. I'll apologize to her tonight when I'm whispering in Lil Mama's ear.
Super rude, dude.
Wait, question. Where is the so high a femboy will do for 3 rounds tier?
Too niche, I didn't feel the need to include it. I know we can get a little crude on this channel, but let's try keep it above the belt today, all right, fellas?
I took mine off as soon as I entered the call.
Nah, you're right, barreled. We are all mature adults here who don't need to be screaming and woofing at PNGs of waifus. We can keep it professional, let it rip.
Glad someone's listening. Thanks, Joe. Let's see here. Starting off with a peculiar taste, we have Seeking.
More like king of my PP, am I right?
More like seeking a tubby chubby from your main man Blubby, am I right, am I right?
I'm afraid of how down bad this video will become.
I mean, she's got a boss girl type of look with the long hair and orange dress. I'm pretty sure I smashed someone like her in the early 600s when I worked a courier job to get a promotion.
Women didn't have power back then, you lit and licking liar.
Still don't, but that's not what I meant. My male mailman boss literally said if you sleep with my wife to prove she's cheating, you can take my position. I ended up banging both of them blindfolded. It was miserable.
I think she should go in a bash. What do you fellas think?
To note on the hair, at least it gives you something to rag and tag onto. The white frills carried over from the fish is a nice detail too, so bash it is.
Bash she goes. Next is this Gyarados fusion.
Smash.
Smash.
Smash. I like to spice up the bedroom like how I spice up my cheat meals, an immense amount of salt.
What the fuck would you categorize as a cheat meal? Styrofoam?
I don't even get the comparison. I can only think of a lumpy salt-cured vagina. Explain fatso.
Well, picture this. Imagine you come home after a long presidential day and you're tired from bossing the entire country around. You wish for once you could be a little bitch and stepped on and whipped and pegged and told what to do while being put to work. As you enter your secluded home, this beastie mama hits you with an intimidate, getting that crucial attack lower, preventing you from landing any solid attacks on her. Then she stabs you with her trident, yeets you onto the bed, forces you to swallow her sticky web so you'll never outspeed her for the rest of the battle. Next, she starts D-dancing on Big D's double D-sized D's nuts, calling you names like dumb or baka or the abortion clinic's most wanted. My boys, when I tell you I'd hit a frame 1EX power enhanced nut blast, you'd best believe it if you know what's good for you.
I like the fact she's wearing black to represent Mega Gyarados. Your monologuing was a little bit disturbing, so I don't feel comfortable putting it anywhere but smash.
Fish have crazy head games, so smash for me.
You know what? Wait until you two say something more diabolical, then get back to me.
Literally impossible.
We've got Moltres for this cutesy phoenix covered in flames. What do we think?
So logically, I'll be burnt alive even touching this woman, correct? How does that affect my lust, would you say?
Bro said Ermac so logically. Talking about fictional monsters getting shagged. Bruh, you're so lame.
Dude, I don't have fire invul, so I'm just asking.
I think she's cute, isn't that enough?
Okay, I'd put her in Smash. The flames look extra hot. I ain't taking that risk.
Great, because she's got an alternative version where the shading on the flames are honestly crispy.
Oh, hell no. These sprite artists are so down bad they're making ultra rare card arts for this bitch. How much will this sell PSA 10 graded?
Probably 8 cum jars worth.
That's all?
Sticking to the sprites, I think this one is insanely cool. It's borderline true peak level, it's so majestic and sweet.
Oh yeah, the flames look a little dimmer, so I'm sure the afterglow would be serene like when I banged Grace, so I think she should go into peak.
Aren't we all going into peak? Isn't that the purpose of this video?
Vile no plume, but technically he's kind of spitting.
Quick question, have any of you played that hit tactical role-playing RPG back on NES?
Oh shit, yes, dude, I love Star Fox. Is that Crystal?
Now look at the coloring. That's Slippy the Groggy Froggy Balls Schlumper.
Fire Emblem, I was talking about Fire Emblem. This fusion is based off of Tiki, who is our editor's favorite dragon character in the whole series.
Our editor's a weeb? No wonder his people were enslaved.
He probably lied about that too, thinking back on it.
All right, let me crack my knuckles and give you all the breakdown. This sprite is true peak tier. It's a reference, a damn good one at that, and giving you a powerful character in return. I remember using the Manakee class change glitch to give Tiki max defense and solo the entire game without breaking a sweat back in the day.
Wait, didn't you play the titular Shadow Dragon Barak?
Didn't you play the old paladin Jagan who continuously disrupts the community about his archetype, Joe? You great sack of swine-up cheeks?
Give me all the XP, I love the XP.
Look, it's a cool sprite, but I feel like the pink clothing kind of comes out of nowhere. If it was more akin to the Pokemon materials, I could understand it being in true peak, but it doesn't really make sense otherwise.
Well, here comes another alternative ass pull.
Now that looks incredible.
This about to sound nerdy as hell, but screw it. I would argue the washed out Dragonite colors serve this sprite work better, as it's really reminiscent of the darker color palette used by the early Fire Emblem games. Its murky grading makes it feel like it was pulled straight out of a medievalian time, which practically doubles down on the reference.
So we're just making up words now. That's what we're doing.
Nah, that's me and Obama going in for that ancient dragon poon. A double down.
You're right, Donnie, you're right. We could totally spam double team on this enchanting enchantress.
Don't forget she'll be transforming into her dragon form. While I'm dragging mine cock across her scales, baby.
She's 500 years old, you sick perverted fucks. She's practically a child, that's it. Do not pass go, don't collect $200 and go directly to horny jail.
But how will we complete this video then?
Ah crap, you're right, I'll hold off for now. Next is Ty, ruined by the leaks, Flosion.
You didn't have the docs her full government name for that.
Can I just ask this big flaming rat to kidnap me like the stories? As long as the girl is doing it, it's okay, right?
Once she learns you've consented, their interest will fizzle out.
Good point, I knew your experience would serve me well. I guess I'll just sit here naked alone and defenseless hoping a pedophilic starter Pokemon will abduct me.
What did we say before recording? Close, stay on for this one.
Sorry guys, I was busy slobbering my Syndic while I wasn't looking at the screen. Is this the chick that's meant to rap the letter E at me? Low-key, high-key, this is disappointing. I too didn't spec into Fire Immunity Joey, so I feel for you on this one.
Crash, she goes, unless Barry can justify something hot about this gal.
Like it's a cool design, but I can't really say much after that. Just be glad we got the pacifist ending.
Ending? What are you talking about? Is there a Char alternative art?
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh, Mamacita, yes, this is exactly the murderous intent I was looking for. Normally I'm not a black banger, but this psycho could cut me up any day. Bring me to the mountains, the ocean, the basement, the camp, Wait, I've lost my concentration. What was I talking about?
Dark Typhlosion Girl is going into Dash tier. For your safety, not ours.
Oh, I loved that comic growing up.
You know what? I'm glad this thing has a horrible rep now. I need to text my cousin a massive thank you for leaking the truth about this crazed cursing killer. From one trash Gen 2 starter to the uncontested best by a long shot, we have the ferocious alligator.
Boys, I'm going to be as real as the graphics in Pokemon Go 2, which I've seen in a potential future. This one is straight trash.
How could you insult this precious babe?
With ease, my narcoleptic friend, I don't want to get sloppy toppy from Grug the Caveman.
Too close to incest for you?
Shut your ass up, Doniel. You're more inbred than Fido, and I'm telling you in regards to this fusion, Doc's buns. Let's all slam dunk this Neanderthal. We ball.
Ah, you're showing your youth, young Barry. The hoes of the Paleolithic era would let you do anything to him. They were nasty bitches. Those were the days.
I'm pretty sure it's also killed an Arcanine and a Thai Rantrum, turned them into a skirt, then somehow iced the one true god Omastar and converted it into a mallet that would make even Eustace Baggs blush.
Return the slab.
Arf, 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 arf.
Oh, shut up, stupid dog.
Damn, I gotta give myself a Donnie dub for today. I thought I was going to be the first one borking in this video once these chicks started showing off some slimy grippies. Let's a freaking go. Back to the fusion. It looks like a dude.
You don't need to sell me on it, Donnie. I'm already buying.
If you two can't decide, then let it slide and slide it inside a bash tier, a tier befitting of its Ooga Booga design and meaty Morningstar.
Coolio, I'm on board with that placement. We've got the queen of the ferocious furry fuzzballs, Fur It.
Now, those thick thighs might save lives, but unfortunately I spoke to Yoshi atop the castle before I came here today, so I won't be running out anytime soon.
The fringe dip dye is creative, but the top and bottom half of her body are literally two different colors.
Actually, she's majority brown, which is a Gigantamax problem. She's begging for sympathy, which my tiny toucan will not give her.
On God, this thing looks like a mutated mascot for Hufflepuff House. Someone must have been Hufflepuffing to draw this. No cards, no full house.
I understand the point is that it's two Pokemon fused, but this really does look like a horrific accident born from genetic engineering.
I take personal offense to that.
Why?
Don't worry about it. I will say there is a strange charm to how horribly the colors of this monstrosity clash. Crashed here.
Crashed here. Don't tell me all the Generation 2 girls are mid. Please.
Yo, check it out, boys. It's the Miraculous Ladybug. One of my all-time favorite Goon tunes. It's up there with Code Lyoko.
Fire me from the moving company because I am not unpacking that.
That dress really invokes the 1950s. I'd turn this trad bug wife into my trad bug queen.
Slow your roll, Omni-Man. I thought you were against eating the bugs. And you, Joe, you realize that show is French, right?
What? All that precious seed planted in corrupted soil. No!
Personally, I think Omni-Man was pretty based in season 1, but I take your point, Barack. Send it to the bash tier.
Agreed.
Okay, we've got Zatu next. Am I in heaven, or is this angel about to get thumpy-thumpied real quick?
Look at those sleeves of justice. Anyone else absolutely love a cheeky jumper job in the morning? She kind of looks like she's sleepwalking too, actually.
Wake up facial for her Ren no spatial? Oh yeah, she's totally getting it 2 times for the frickety 2 times.
Joe is immobilized imagining all of this. I cannot blame him at all.
You know I don't mess with low tiers. Rightfully so, she goes to Dash.
What?
You know what they say, art mimics art. She and Co is at the bottom of the UMVC 3-tier list, so she goes to the bottom here. If you want a sexy Dark Stalker's character, get Morrigan in this bish. I bet she'd be a top tier here as well.
Silence. Your word cannot be trusted.
Hold your ponytas for a sec. He was cooking with that last sentence. I still think this chick could get it, but I'll save my Mega Evolved Nut Blaster for Morrigan if she's around.
Picture this Barack. You've been playing a bit of Street Fighter Third Strike lately, correct?
Some say my Makoto is nasty, yes.
Imagine you pull up to your local, and some dude clean 5-0s you in a $100 money match with the most gimmicky Sean setups known to man. Would you want to bang him after such a cataclysmic event?
I mean, there's a lot of other factors here preventing that from happening. He is a fictional character. Pretty sure he's only 18, contrary to popular belief. I don't like men.
And it's frowned upon to do your own son, I understand that. But now replace Streets of Fight with Marvel Capcom and Sean with Hissing Kyo, and that's why I can't look at her in any way sexual.
Not even in like a dominative, revengeful ride way?
That's what my rabbits are for, so no.
This conversation devolved an insane amount, so I'll put it in dash if it makes Joe stop talking immediately.
All right, here comes Awesome Bell Awesome!
Boys, can we talk about this one or is it patented?
Oh, a Pal World reference.
Okay, I wasn't going to comment on the first one, but since when were you with that gay shit Donald? I know you're pandering for Pride Month as per usual, but this stops right now.
Sorry, Joe, the fairies in my head won there for a second. You know, as a businessman, it always gives me a rock-hard Donnie Jr. to hear about the underhanded legal practices stifling creativity to turn a profit.
That's okay. I'm sure with a monopoly on creature capturing video games, Nintendo is sure to bring us quality content straight to our fairly priced Nintendo home console.
Put this bitch in bash tier. On to the SP on Fusion. And I know what you're thinking. This is immensely simple, so it's going to go low like limbo, right? Wrong. I call it basic but bangable.
I see the vision, call me Wanda. First of all, it uses Gardevoir's Generation 3 sprite, arguably one of the greatest sprites of all time.
It doesn't top the cranberry flavor, though.
Sit up and shut down, he's water spouting some factual information.
Okay, where was I? Oh yes, the next thing is the simple color palette swap works surprisingly well. The pink for its first layer complements the lesser crimson quite splendidly.
Correctamundo, any final comments?
Oh, I understand it now. The ears of the SP would not only entice me for a squibbly nibble, but act as great handlebars for the saggiest and gaggiest mouth stuff. I self-convinced Joe to put it in Smash. Thanks for the help, guys.
Right on the money, shout-out's my bank account.
Staying on topic, check out the alternative art. The leg showing is activating some sort of neuron that was dormant within me for quite some time.
The hairstyle is stylish on some X and Y type shiz. For real.
I like this a lot, but there's one major problem with her.
I can fix her. What's the issue?
She's built like a freaking Bellsprout. No disrespect to those who look like this, but the secret is guys nowadays like gals a little thick. Chunky even?
Now, obviously, we don't mean XXXXXXX Trump-sized or anything.
Listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, mainly because Donald will eat my words, but he's got a point.
Oh, brother.
Once the insertion happens, that chick would probably likely 100% brick break in half like a Kit Kat. Happened to me a couple years back, actually.
Damn, that's scary. Was the woman okay?
I'm not sure. Ask your mother how she recovered later, Donnie.
Bro, ain't no way.
This one is still a smash, but I prefer the simpler one, honestly.
I don't think that's a hot take because I'm in the same boat.
Oh, Christ, you are? Barack, throw me the lifesaver before I drown quick.
You make jokes about my body, and yet it sounds like I'm your type, you bundle of sticks. Suppress your burning jealousy.
Give me your opinion on this final SP on Fusion, then, Do Lind.
Is that an eye or a love pocket above the tail?
Care to find out?
Yeah, see, no, not really. I'll never do the deed with a chick in front of a live audience again. I can't let another one of my sisters die from a secret laser beam.
Dude, what the hell are you talking about?
Story for another day? Not while I'm spamming Horn Attack in a Discord call with my two homies. Zero pause, by the way.
Swiftly moving along, the design is cool, but not particularly attractive.
Don't you see how wide the tail stretches, though?
You know the exact girth of my Gardevoir beam? That tail couldn't capture my wild monster, especially at full HP.
Respect to the artist, but I'm feeling a light crash on this one.
I'll give it a decent crash. In retrospect, we might have gone a little too harsh on the original Peon X Guardy Fusion.
Basic but bangable. I've been saying this for a hot cocoa minute.
She's literally got the body of Peak from last season, so will we bump her up to said tier?
I'm down to crown those cheeks into peak.
Let's do our Coliseum GOAT West Proud and rank his other starter a few times too.
Poggers, it's your forger.
Your forger? But what about my forger? Haha, just a little joke for the boys there.
I get it, you want a forger because you're a blacksmith.
Oh, man.
Maybe he means forgery so he can commit more crimes because he's a blacksmith.
You guys need to stop being mean to me right now.
Real talk, Spy X Family has got one of the best anime waifus in it of all time.
I couldn't agree more, bestie.
Nice to see you're finally on the same page as me, Sleepy. You're really is an S-tier waifu.
What? No. I was talking about Anya.
Yes, your forger, of course. She can go in Smash tier next Fusion.
Judge me all you want. Best thing I ever did was buy that body pillow.
It's Princess Luna, Queen of the Night, Duchess of Dreams, the Mare of the Moon.
She a princess of the night, and yeah, she hella tight. Pump a gallon and a stallion every night.
I wouldn't mind seeing the dark side of her moon, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm Tanta Bus, if you're aware of my discourse.
I've got a lullaby for this princess. If you possess the ability to comprehend my dialect, smash tier all the way. I think being from My Little Pony boosts the design while also holding it back from being peaked due to the lack of originality.
I agree. You know what, boys? Let's all go watch through My Little Pony Friendship is Magic after this video.
Only if we can invite our useless editor, Game Producer 6. It's his favorite show, after all. Originally, his name was Gay for Pony 6, as in the main 6.
That's completely true, canon and official. Smash tier.
I really don't have much to say. This one is just flippin' cute.
No cap, all bottle, and the juice is flowing.
Oh, I didn't stub my toe, gentlemen. That was just my meaty throbber slamming against the underside of my desk.
Of course it was. Rightio, we have one more B to check out.
Oh heavens, this creature is sent from God, truly.
It's like a Jesus I can have intimate relations with.
Yeah, so exactly like my son, Jesus.
First the tradbug wife, now this lass in a gown giving me a breakdown. Fellas, I think I might just be a dressophilia.
I don't normally approve of making up words like you're William Shakespeare, but I'll give you this one. You damn slug a bed.
All words are made up. You kunk punderer.
If I had a nickel for every time I've shaken a dude's Willie Ham spear, I'd have 2,345,678,911 nickels.
This is true peak.
No, it is magnificent, I grant you, but my dear friend Hard on Don, we must reserve true peak for those that would transcend even this, like how GP6 has transcended beyond every other AI president's channel.
Wait, he has?
Hell no, I stopped watching after Sapphire. The point remains, place her in peak.
Fine, but I want you to know I'm being very accommodating. I'm scared of losing my other precious friends after me and Elon fell out on Twitter.com.
Stop the dead naming, isn't it called X?
He's an ex-friend. If I could, I'd send him straight to jail for this epic fail after the public flailing he gave me, wailing plainly for all to see about how I was listed with Epstein. We're on amigo vacation, no foreign Latin nation. The ablation of our friendship will be ended with his incarceration.
He'll be behind freaking bars, but wowzers, this is getting heated like a slugma ligma shield.
God damn it.
I think we best move on before Donnie explodes with this uproar.
Oh, he loves doing the transition to the next Pokemon. Have at it, Don.
What's better than an old and square smelly whore? Why a golden-haired Delivore?
Wait, wasn't this thing a part of a Who the F is that Pokemon section? What kind of foreshadowing is that?
Not to blow smoke up my own Krakalator Cole, but I knew this was happening since that advertisement.
Oh, really now? Your pathetic prophetic powers kicked in for a horn dog special. How did that happen?
Simple. During that segment, my Silicobra used Harden, simultaneously evolving into its true biblically accurate final phase Ultimax Giga Duper Gooper Super Supreme Sandaconda form. Therefore, I knew this woman was destined for greatness.
AKA he popped a boner, ladies and gentlemen.
She's quite pleasant on the eyes, admittedly. What is it about girls cosplaying as Santa that gets all men on the planet riled up?
I like it when they wrap me like a present and shove me underneath their Christmas tree.
That explains that. She's got me feeling a tad bashful in the neutral zone, so shall we place her as such?
I suppose it's very specifically for a certain holiday season. I can't really look at this thing in the summer and get excited over it, but at Christmas it'll be the only thing on my mind. Balance her and bash.
This loogie looks like a boss bitch.
Perhaps, but we both know I'm the boss, bitch.
Man, those heels. Now, I'm not saying step on me, mommy, but if a motherly figure like her would deign to tread upon me, then I wouldn't complain.
I feel you, Barack. Good to know she could fit your entire black flute in her hands too, right?
Bang on, Mr. Ex-President. Bang on.
If you insist, I shall continue banging.
She gives the impression of a confident woman, already married or perhaps doing well in her career. Not gonna lie, from my own deeds and ends, I'm going to have to dock points. I'm looking for a Luigi Ya that's single and ready to mingle, not taken and thoroughly shaken.
You're fucking disgusting, Joe.
Huh? What did I do?
Sorry, force of habit. It's normally you uttering words so foul it makes me want to huck up a grimer.
I'm not saying she goes into a bad tier, but I'd like to cash in my earlier accommodations and put her in smash.
The council shall convene to discuss this proposition, young Skywanker.
We accept you as a member of this channel, but we do not grant a he, the low rank of smash.
This is outrageous, it's unfair.
Good point, well argued. Smash it is.
Oh, cool.
I don't know about this one, guys.
I will admit the thought of smashing my arch nemesis, Osama, does shiver my timbers.
No, I mean the particle effects. Have you ever done the nasty with one of them gotcha game anime girls? All the effects get everywhere, gives me allergies, and they're a mess to clean up afterwards.
What do you think, Trumpinator?
I find her smug air of superiority to be aggravating. You think you're better than me, Gardevoir? I'm the Teflon Don because I'm slippery, I can handle the heat, and none of the accusations stick.
How's about we put her in crash tier in honor of your crash out, Donald?
Acceptable.
Granted, I would still ride that bomb in Osamasi when asked 9 out of 11 times, but that's not ideal in today's world.
This is just a purple chroma for base Gardevoir.
You, League of Legends player detected?
But Donald, you played it with me last week. You said you've been maining Dr. Mundo for years.
I main Annie.
Let's just get on topic. I don't think we can give a ghost a gut blaster.
Surely I'd just pass right through her and get coated in ectoplasm?
Wait a minute, he's on to something there.
Dude,
Hear me out. Being that I walk the line between life and death, ghostly gals and living lasses are all the same to me. If not for yourself, give her a fair score for your old pal Joey.
if you're a Joey, then I'm a Kankus Khan because I'm about to jump your ass till you're living out of a pouch.
I know you mean he'll need an IV drip, but I can't stop thinking about the weird nipple patch kangaroos have in their pouches.
What? That's gross.
I wasn't listening. Did Donald say I have drip?
Absolutely not. Whoever you get to dress you in the mornings needs to be fired, just like this ghostly gobbler. Since Joe is my bestie westie kanga pouch breastie, I'll let the Maggies miss me with that gay shit and only go into bash tier.
Thanks, my handsome hairy orangutan.
Y'all need purging, and I'm not talking about the Dogwater movie franchise. I'm talking the kind that breaks the Geneva Convention.
The only Geneva Convention I care about is the Feta Dies Lay Escalade. War crimes all day, baby.
Aha! With that, you've activated my trap card, Magician's Combination. By sacrificing a dark magician on my side of the field, I can special summon the one, the only.
No, Barack. Don't sacrifice yourself for this special summon.
Dark magician girl,
My ever-faithful friend,
My bestest companion.
my unquestionable soulmate.
my most loyal partner in combat and in life.
Through sickness and through health.
To be the heart of my cards. Real talk, you know my sexual awakening was watching DMG being summoned for the first time?
You're Woody Mac, what now?
Basically, it's the woman that helps a boy realize they've become a man. Every guy out there has a female character from pop culture that they credit as being the one who opened their eyes as to how beautiful a woman can be.
Oh yes, I remember. I believe mine was Apollo after he seduced me with his golden girthy lyre and whatever that instrument he was strumming at the time.
Viewers, if you've made it this far into the video, that'll be our comment question for today. Whether you're a guy or a girl, who was the one person that you credit as your sexual awakening? As we said, it can be fictional, non-fictional, a celebrity, or heck, even your neighbor Doris. Be sure to drop a comment down below as well as liking and subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to us.
Now this is some pro-tag energy. Put the fries in the bag Izuku Midoriya, take a Senzu Bean Goku, swallow my finger Yuji Itadori.
The hat, Maison Michel. The umbrella, Posati. The cleavage, that one's homemade.
Mommy, mommy, goo goo ga ga ga.
Donnie, can you translate?
My baby talk is only at a college level, but I believe he's saying to put that bitch in peak where she belongs. It's funny, I used to think all women belonged in the kitchen, but this one manages to cook no matter where she stands.
Messed up metaphor, but I suppose that's what we met her for. To peak she goes.
Is that Magnazone?
I believe so.
Missed opportunity for it to be 2B from hit video game Near Autistic Tomato.
Damn, are you a needle and thread that never misses? Because that's so true.
Cross my heart and hope to die dodging bullets when they fly.
This crash test dummy needs to go where it belongs.
We demand Robo Booty. The people have spoken and we, the people, are writing up a constitution for the right to bare arms, bare legs, and bare butt cheeks.
Digimon?
Get this Ainge woman off my screen.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Hey, wait a minute, how do you know its name?
Okay, I might have watched Digimon Data Squad about 50 times.
All I know about the show is its second opening song, Harari. It's meant to be decently listenable or something.
Sue me, it's a banger. The protagonist can only achieve his data charge by throwing hands with Digimon.
You mean to tell me some little punked up kid is going around decking the digital gods in their digital schnoz?
Marcus Damon has punched them all, little bro. He's even voiced by Quentin Flynn, the voice of Raiden from a little game you may have heard of, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Maybe Digimon ain't so bad after all. All right, I'll allow it into bash tier.
This next one is going to bug me, I can already tell.
What exactly is this Yanmega 1 referencing? She's cute and holding a spanner showing her grip is quite nasty, but the goggles on her head make me think it's referring to something in pop culture. I can't quite piece it together.
I might turn into a decidui with this long reach, but hear me out. It could be a reference to Jack and Daxter's Kira. She's a smart mechanical female genius who hangs out with the Green Sage Samos.
Oh, she knows the plug. Put her in true peak tier, he's got too much dirt on your boy.
Barack might be onto something here. If that's the case, put her in Crash. They ruined her design after the precursor legacy.
Mate, they ruined the entire game's design after the time skip. You know what the humble action platformer needed to pull inspiration from? Grand Theft Auto. Said nobody ever.
What is that? Sounds like a motor insurance company. What has that got to do with anything?
The famous video game franchise? GTA?
Hold the porry phone. Those letters actually stand for something?
We got Joe finding out what GTA stands for before GTA 6. This is insane.
Make like the Ballad of Gay Tony and get off my screen.
Another one for the crash tier.
Yo, it's Jessica Rabbit. She goes to the top of relentlessly breed tier.
Joss Sweet Crust that is not Miss Rabbit Joe. Again, we've got some sort of gaming or movie reference judging by the long hair, but I'm stumped after that.
Oh, it's one of the kids from Toho, I think?
My ranking still stands.
Well, thankfully, it's been a cold second since something went into Dash, and we have the perfect candidate.
Hold on, the shading is still great. I wouldn't write it off so fast. One bad apple shouldn't ruin the whole orchard, right?
I suppose. How about instead of bashing Joe over the head with a hammer, we put the cool blazing chicken into the same tier name instead?
Aw man, I'd love a nice smack to the back of my cracked skull.
It's fine, you can have the first say on this Spirit Tomb fusion, buddy.
Oh honey, you'd need more than a black hole to pull me out of your war-torn pussy. My shit sticks tighter than Gorilla Glue. Let's get that out of the way like a road massacre. When I say get to sucking the clucking soul out of my deflated poi pole, this is exactly what I mean. Don't even think about breaking eye contact, otherwise I'll break your spine once it makes contact with my super old rod.
What the?
Okay, my conditions have been met. Move the Gyarados fuse babe up into peak. Joe said something wilder than my BDSM dream.
Will do. That other thing goes in to smash out of fear what Joe will do to me otherwise.
She is literally the schlorp extra suckage 8000 you see advertised on TV. Don't knock it till you try it.
After feeling the chilly reception from that last entry, I'm trading places with Donald. What do we think about surprisingly flat-chested, all-natural-looking Playboy bunny?
Barack man, I caught a little Pokemon. Do you want to know what Pokemon I caught?
What Pokemon did you catch, Trumper?
I caught a Lopunny, Barack man. I caught a Lopunny.
Oh no, Trumper, don't tell me.
You already know, Barack man. You know what I'm gonna do to that thing.
Trumper. It's an animal Trumper. You can't.
Barack man, there is no laws against the Pokemon, Barack man. I can do whatever I want with it.
Stop being stupid. You know this is a reference to the most famous Japanese cartoon where the pirates go after the treasure, right?
I'm you turning it back out to Joey since he's our residential One Piece expert.
What does this carrot scoffer have to do with the greatest anime of all time?
That's exactly it. It's Carrot from the Zoo Arc. You know the spinky kinky mink whose pink little gush I'd destroy, no tinka-tink.
I stopped watching after Fishman Island, my guy. Marineford and Alabasta were goated arcs that the series failed to recreate time and time again. Although if you're telling me there's furry pounders down the line, I'll watch another 500 episodes on that fact alone.
I just Googled a picture of her. Are you sure this is that baddie?
It definitely is. The haircut gives it away. She can get away with a 2-turn bounce on my stone plate, but honestly, the ears are a bit distracting.
Looks like a digger's bee the more I think about it.
He did not say digger. Hold on a bleeding minute.
And that's officially killed the Rhyhorn feeling for me. C tier she stays.
Bro said C instead of crash. Looks like someone forgot to redraft the script.
We'll spank GP for that later.
Why would we reward him?
The tendrils of the grave have come for me.
They stuffed my Guardian in a coffin.
This really is just Kofagrigus with the Gardevoir color palette, huh?
This makes me quiver, no dance. But real talk, this design is mid as hell. It hits as hard as an ember in rain.
I've calmed down. I thought the Reaper was here for me. A specter of death with the face of True Peak. Now that I can see clearly with the aforementioned rain being gone, I can see that this Mon is uninspired. Off, not on like Lieutenant Surge's puzzle gym.
Then this sexy sarcophagus is meeting its maker in mid to the bash tier.
Yo, wait, hold on. I know I didn't hear that right. I'll give you boyos another chance to rank this gal. Think about it for a second.
Oh wait, I get you Donald, my mistake. This monster represents all those times I bucked a girl so hard she died? Damn, I feel so disrespectful. Of course she's deserving of True Peak.
Dash man, dash, it's pure booty sauce on a Sunday.
The truest of peaks, okay, gosh darn hush. I was going to reorder at the end like you at a fast food place, but I'll place her to the top now.
I can't stand this crap. Down to the bottom she goes. It's the only thing I would undoubtedly not touch with a 90-inch pole. It's rubbish.
Oh, man.
We've got the most broken infinite fusion monster, Shedinja.
Geez, I know I rave about getting my soul sucked, but I didn't mean quite literally.
Ha! Joe's dementia ability has finally kicked in?
He's referring to the fact that according to the Pokédex, looking into the hollow back of a Shedinja will absorb the observer's soul.
So what if my one-eyed monster peers into the crack? Will it get Giga drained?
I actually like that one. Turns out you can be funny. Good job, Donald.
Barack likes boy parts confirmed, but anyway, with that creepy knowledge put out there, I don't want to go anywhere near this gal. I wasn't a fan of the little dust particles or whatever's going on around it, but I'd pretty much rather die smashing anyone else on this list. Bottom of dash.
The fact Gardevoir makes the original Pokemon ugly is inexcusable. Bottom of dash.
That is a can of worms that I ain't opening probably ever. Bottom of dash.
This one goes hard.
She can steal my heart.
I want my head crushed between her iron-clad thighs.
That blender can churn up my balls and make a smoothie. Just saying, just praying, just spraying.
Dear God, man.
He's spitting bars, Barack. Let the man cook.
I'd synchronize my status erect with this machine. If she traced my ability, she'd gain a hard peen.
That's a solid improvement in my book.
Enough silly-willy soliloquy. She might be metal, but let's smash.
That's a placement and a pocket monster I can get behind.
Yo.
Oh, mommy of darkness.
Now this is a Black Queen. Get the fuck out of my way, Beyonce.
I know we had some words about Miss Magius and ghost types, but boys,
Screw that shit. This is our channel where the score is made up and points don't matter. We can make up the rules as we go along.
Yeah, we can make out with ghouls as we get long. What he said.
I'm not even going to argue. The design, the colors, the sharp contrast, the aura.
guys, I'm literally crying right now. I finally understand. In this vision of beauty, I've come to realize I never needed the power of the Majin.
Holy crap, is this canon?
Probably not. But you know what is canon? That design being utterly freaking based.
His power is off the charts. Barack, he's finally done it, hasn't he?
Yes, Joe, he has. I can't believe it.
Ultra business instinct. Share more of your insanely based takes with us.
Halo 2 Cortana was her best design.
He's out of line, but he's right. He's right.
Disney's live-action remakes are almost entirely CGI, meaning they're animated.
I never knew that. I fell asleep in front of all of them.
Game Producer 6 streams every Thursday on the Kai Games Code channel. Link in the description. Oh, my energy is faded. It's hard to maintain such a powerful form for long. Let's keep going, boyos. Put this goated ghostly girl in true peak.
You got it, buddy?
Dear God, what is that?
That, my young illegitimate child, is the ultimate hand job.
I can't believe it. I hate to say it, but he's not wrong.
No, I reject this reality.
Damn it, Barack, you think it's that simple? We can't deny what lays before us. That would be the ultimate handy. It's calling to me.
Come back to the light, Donnie.
Ain't no way you're talking about some light, my melanin fella.
Hey, yo.
This is peak. Deal with it.
I parlay for smash.
The half man is being reasonable, Hand Job.
Very well. Motion accepted.
Oh yeah, now that's regal. Empoleon Guard Oleon, let down your underwear.
She's getting me wetter than the ocean. I'd deep dive for that. No lube, no lotion.
You repulse me like whirlwind when you threaten to go and roar like that. I will admit, I like how she's dragging that tail. This one has peak potential. I'm just worried about getting the cold shoulder.
She does look like she'd give me a chilly willy. I ain't talking about no Woody Woodpecker. That said, my wooden pecker wouldn't be better with getting wetter from this frigid princess.
Damn, you're talking like you've never gotten a tasteful amount of frostbite on your junk. You know how I got my schlong 10 inches long? It froze solid and I snapped it in half.
Like I had to do with my decapitated dong, I'll settle. Smash it is?
Oh, speaking of, I believe it's about time I tell you both the length of my Sandaconda. After I coil it up to a disgustingly large +6 in defense, it caps out at...
Look, I don't really have time to be picturing your solid snake when we're gathered here today to talk about Gardy. So I'm gonna have to shed your tail and let Joe be your substitute.
Wait, but...
The time will come, Barack. The time will come. Time being my little Richard's middle name, by the way. Proceed.
What in the United States is this?
This dino eyesore cannot triceratop the tier list? Jurass sick bastard if you put this three-pronged wrong anywhere above the crash tier.
This thing looks like Gardevoir got mangled up in the Geonosis droid factory.
Remember when Attack of the Clones was the worst Star Wars movie? Those were the days.
I remember when Star Wars was a glint in George Lucas's ancestor's eye. You know what else I remember? Good Pokemon designs. This ain't one of them.
Then we can agree that this one is crash tier.
Awesome. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go pitch a tent real quick as the high schoolers are on recess.
Dear sweet holy black Jesus, what in the distortion world is that?
Oh, Obama, I'm frightened. I don't want my pee-pee in that.
I fully agree, but that design is so cool.
I'm not gonna lie, invoking such a visceral reaction is a true feat of artistic talent. I'd motion to put it into True Peak just based on how awesome it is.
Swag, tubular, radical, any 2000s word you'd like to throw at it. That could slide right in as a Dungeons & Dragons monster.
I'd like to drag my balls on that thing's dungeon. It's like a cumcano, a tent of semen.
Bestie, you ruined it. Now we've got to put it in crash tier.
What? No!
We've shuffled the tiering already. Pray we do not alter it further.
You guys are grass moles. Just because I want this eldritch shuckle to smell and suckle on my squelching knuckle, it doesn't mean you can bully this poor Pokemon to the rock bottom.
Quit whining like a rock rough before I rough you up with a cock.
Don't threaten him with a good time, Donnie.
You should listen to your goofy boy. Donald. Fuck.
That's it. The scum Kano can even go down to dash tier.
We've spent too much time on that monstrosity. Save your Salamence, save our souls.
Ah, the scythe, such a well-designed weapon.
It's nice to get a little edgelord in every once in a while.
Nah. The blade is angled towards the user and the point arcs too far and loses a lot of the leverage you'd get out of a spear or war pick.
What are you talking about?
Having seen all of human history firsthand, I might know a thing or two about combat.
Can we at least agree that for as unrealistic as it is, it's still cold as hell?
Hell yeah. This Salamence is the Salad Mancer, slicing up wheat and vegetables. Grass types beware.
You son of a Pichu, I thought you were about to thunderbolt on us like a volt switch, but you volt switched it up and subverted our expectations. Let's put this little edgelord in peak.
Oh, Lord Peak, please edge me.
Warning, warning. Legends Arceus fusion detected. Critique with caution.
What am I looking at here? Parmesan on tomato sauce? This bitch built like spaghetti.
That's some hair Ratatouille would not want to be in.
The rat's name is not Ratatouille, that's the name of his famous titular dish. He's called Remy.
Remy boys?
1738, correct.
I thought he was called Little Chef.
That reminds me of the worst numbered Kingdom Hearts game, Donnie.
Please don't speak ill of the greatest Kingdom Hearts game. It's got it all. Attractions that deal damage, fun new
A
worlds.
worse combat system than KH2, that boring off-ship stuff, the ingredients reminders.
Why must light and dark continuously fight over which Bingdom Darts game is better?
Someone clip that. Joe just called me white. Let's freaking go.
We need to move on before we upset our beloved commenters who we adore so very much.
All donations are appreciated.
Hold on a second, one last thing before we move on. Hey Alexa, Googly Siri, open Twitter and ask Grok to add yogurt to this fusion's face with tongue out, titties inflated, booty bursting, and exactly 5 strands of hair coming out of her left armpit. Preferably dripping with sweat.
I'm lost again, who is this?
I haven't a being, but she's going to True Peak. Straight up.
Looks like a sort of Gundam magical girl with the twin blades by her side.
Oh dude, I can't wait for Puella Magi Madoka Magica Walpurgisnacht Rising Side Homura the movie. It's gonna be True Peak.
Kinda like this design. If you see this chica fighting a bear, please God save the bear.
The ribbons go tough too. Remember folks, ribbons are badass.
It's probably referencing like a Ruby character or something, but I only know those girls from Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, so I'm safe from the critics in the comments.
So give us your unfiltered opinion, then Donatron.
If you say so. I'd love no other way to spend my Friday night getting my A news sliced and diced by a cute kawaii desualt pink-haired low-cut skirt yara yara Ohio tsundere little female Who would empty my slummy cummy chum buckets in 19 rounds or less?
A freaking O.
You could have just said she's adorable. In true peak she shall reside.
Finally, a ghostly girl who ain't 6 feet under.
That we know of anyway.
Mommy, 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 mama, mama, mama. Oh, yes.
Coming on a little strong there, Slowy.
Oops, that was autocorrect. I meant to say mummy, 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 mama, mama, mama.
Yeah, we get it. They call me necrophiliac necrozma because being dead won't stop her from getting my prism rod.
A to the flipping O.
Oh, my mac rib.
You're right, that sounded unnatural for me. Apologies, men?
That's the problem. It sounded way too natural.
Give me a zillion years with a billion monkeys and a million typewriters. Not even I could rival that nastiness. Go pump one out before the next entry, Barack. I'm begging you.
Ex-President pleads Mr. Obama to rub one out, gone wrong, gone strange, leaked live in your area. Click here for virus download.
Great design forever ruined by this nonsensical rambling. I'll throw her in bash and give an 07 for her passing.
Oh, Lordy. Gentlemen, rough women, and the middling strength of my non-binary pals, my Dressophilia is acting up again.
Is it contagious like the Route 201 theme from Gen 4? Because I'm starting to feel it too.
Chandelure dress, flames and flare. Don't stare too long or you'll burn in her glare. She's a classy ghost with the radiant roast. I'd peek at her, and that's rank. In tier, not in boast.
That's a certified freaking bars classic, trademark game producer 6.
Do we have freaking bars t-shirt merch?
Hell no.
Let's put this luminous specter in peak, shall we?
Okie dokie frokie. You know the fusion is going to be stacked when it takes 2 artists to make it.
So 2 individuals came together to create a literal masterpiece? Man, the Pokemon community is unmatched in dedication.
We can come together, no fusion.
This is the part where I'd ask you freaky deaky fellas if she would get it, but I know I don't have to. The thigh on the outside is positioned perfectly to entice even the most celibate of man.
I don't want to do this chick, I want this chick to do me.
Rightfully so. She deserves to be nailed against the wall. Printed out and framed in the Museum of High Arts because this is a 10 out of freaking 10 baby.
Takes my breath away, physically and visually.
I'm gonna say it, if this is the true beauty of a woman on display, I need to start respecting them. Goddamn.
There is no bit, no joke, no laugh, no tears, just tears. The highest one, in fact.
I would suck off both sprite artists just to get a taste of this thing. Deadass, hit me up if you're interested. I'll give you the 50% sucky discount for family and friends.
How does that work?
Because once I'm done with my clients, about 9 months later, they become a part of my family.
This is rapidly spiraling into down baddiness territory again, so maybe we should finish off the list before one of us does.
You'd want to hurry, man.
Boys, I gotta say, this talent is crashing in flames for me. I'm not a fan of the colors, the weird bow legs, and don't even get me started on the head wings.
Bro thinks she's Cyrene from Devilman Crybaby.
I've been known as the devil man who makes babies cry.
That's foul. That's a foul, she's a foul, no Artemis. I want her in Crash tier.
I don't think this bird is befitting of Crash. Now, Bash, on the other hand, is a much more fitting location considering there are things to like about the design. It invokes the elegance of Talonflame quite nicely, and the Mon in question reminds me of the noble eagle of the United States of America, God bless.
Imagine the neck pain of flying via your temples.
You're a pain in my neck, but lucky for you, I've got a temple's worth of patience that stops me flying into a rage. We can put it in Bash tier, but I'd rather bash it over the head with a big rock.
You leave Chris Rock out of this, he's suffered enough.
I'm hard and disagree. He needs a few more slaps for besmirching the Saw franchise with Spiral.
I'm a fighting smith, you better run if you see my hand cocked. Get my name out your mouth or you will get your Chris rocked.
That was decent bars. Told you that you weren't beating the blacksmith allegations today. Who's our next pocket monster mash to dash, crash, bash, smash, or lash up into the higher tiers?
Oh, hi there, Dragon. It's Hydreigon.
I'm digging the tassels, the tail, and the attitude. Fusions before had felt mockingly smug, but this one is like a little brat.
Dash tier.
What?
Am I sleeping or did Obama just post cringe and lose subscriber?
You're probably sleeping, but the second part did actually happen.
Boys, this is Hydreigon. Quick knowledge test. What are they most well known for?
Being a Gen 5 overused staple with immunity to ground, psychic, and spikes?
Idino. Maybe she's. Actually, I can't think of a pun for Zweilous.
This bitch has no heads for hands, not even a mouth for a palm. Those mittens are non-mutated.
To be fair, we can't see her palms.
Exactly. For all we know, they could be sweaty since my knees are weak, arms are heavy. Now there's vomit on Donald's sweater already.
If they were designed to have little lippies on them, the artist would have shown it.
My dreams of having two jobs at the same time, one for the hand and one for the blow, have crumbled like a blissy tanking a physical move.
All right, I was going to suggest Peak or even True Pete, but since you acquiesced on the Talon Flame, I'll do you the same kindness and agree to smash Tier.
Thank you. I'm glad we could all see reason on this.
I didn't agree to shit. You two never listened to me.
On to the next Pokemon.
Actually, before we do, I think we made a mistake with Empoleon.
I never make mistakes, but you did plant within my cranium the idea of getting frostbitten twice shy. Make like Ansem the Wise and explain the change of heart.
Basic biology. How would this Pokemon reproduce if it inflicted the frozen condition on its partner's Diglett?
Are you seriously contemplating the mating logistics of a fictional creature from a children's video game?
You're damn right we are. This is serious business. Do you have any idea how many calls about Russia I've ignored in this video already?
Okay, so we agree Empoleon looks like a queen, but when you remove the frozen peen, what does that mean? How far do we lead? True Peak is obscene.
I just think she belongs in Peak. Is that the answer you seek, you meek fucking freak?
Yeah, pretty much.
Neat. Moving on.
Mr. Max Slowey, look, it's Jirachi.
Isn't that the thing Sniper throws in Team Fortress 2?
That's Jarate, a jar of piss. This does have a rather urinal color scheme with the white and the yellow, but I don't think that detracts from how much swag this hag has in the bag.
Call this chick the Matrix the way I want to jack in and never get out. I'd get deeper in that pussy than my pockets run.
You guys ever think Jarate looks like a McDonald's at Home Lake Guardian?
You ever think about not speaking?
Watch your tone, Barry Banana. I've been running the fade since Tutan Kalmun changed his name.
If I had $1 for every time I gave a shit, I wouldn't be able to afford the Nintendo Switch 2.
I'll turn you into a statistic for sewer slide watch. When they find the body, they'll know you brought it upon yourself.
Guys, we've been at this for a while now. We're all tired and grumpy. I mean, Joe may have been tired from the start, but that's besides the point. We'd all smashed the Jirachi, so let's move on.
It's very easy to mess up a hot to-go girl fusion with a pom-pom cheerleading bird involved.
Toxic bastard. The bird, by the way, not your spot-on comments, Joe, but go on.
All I'm saying is, thank God she's still white.
You
It's not racist, Obama, it's a preference. Look at it this way, would you bone a female alien? Whether that's because of skin color or look or whatever, it doesn't make you a racist, it just means it's preferential. I like McDonald's chippies over a salad, but that doesn't mean I want to skin every green vegetable alive. Forgive the guy, he doesn't mean it that way.
You're right. I'm sorry I snapped at you, Joe. I understand now that it's purely a typing thing. Some guys prefer fire starters over water, whereas you cater towards lighter-skinned gals than darker ones. That doesn't make you racist.
Do I have to spell it out for you? I want all the black women to die for two sole reasons. One, because they're black, and second, because they're women.
Oh, brother, here we go.
Die! 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 Kill them all!
There's a logical explanation for all this, trust me.
Wiggle my stiff piggle. This is tough.
You think?
Yeah, tough shit. I don't mess with wannabe K-pop or J-pop artists or whatever.
Anyone else think this kind of looks like Clement?
There's the other problem. If it was Bonnie, I'd be hitting that frame one choice scarfed explosion, no questions asked. But how unfortunate. God had to be cruel on this fine day.
What if I told you it looked like Ralsei from the newest Deltarune chapters when they're singing with the fun gang?
Mentioning Peak will not land this freak into such a tier. I vote for Dash.
If I was drunk enough, I might shove my fist in this thing. That being said, Crash.
Cash Banuka placement, I guess?
Neuwern is Morrigan Ainsland. I take it all back, Barack, life is good. You know I'd bawl for you so hard they'd call me the Sphere.
That one had some aura about it, Joe. When we work together, we drive up business so hard you'd think we were a 2011 Mercedes-Benz GL Class X164.
It's good you two resolved things. There's too much poon out there for either of you to die here and now. I think we can all come together and say that this design is True Peak.
Mayhaps you're right, but explain the reasoning. Straight to the cooking, leave out the seasoning.
You're asking the Chubmeister for a lot here.
Straight to the cooking? A white bet? Morrigan is immortally young and banging. Her design on both ends is flawless, and dat ass is so damn juicy and fat. Spelled with a PH.
Okay.
I understand she's a sexy succubus, but little did I know I would dead ass suck a whole bus worth of people to have a 0.1% chance to sniff her demonic little wriggly piggies. If she was real, I'd swap bodies with Barack so I could be dark and stalk her. Bro, damn, what is happening to me? I love this girl. I love her.
Donnie, you large Lorax, I couldn't agree more.
You really are a man of culture. Sorry I put that hit out on you last year.
I think so long as we keep getting top-tier Pokemon, things will work out okay.
What the? Or who the hell is this?
I think it's Harley.
I hardly think we need to talk about this one. It's straight booty cheeks, and I ain't talking about a fine pair of buns. This is just buns.
Oh yeah, one of the like 3 Cacturn fans in the world from the Ruby and Sapphire anime. One of the many forgettable side characters of said era.
So do you think this is how Harley always saw May in the show?
The dude was fruitier than an orange tree. He's probably like me and always dreamed about little Maxie Paxi instead.
We can put a pin in this prick because it stings my eyes like a pinprick, so let's stick it here and crash tear.
You know what's great about this thick one?
The fact she comes with free erotic asphyxiation kelp?
No. I mean, yeah, that's handy. That stuff isn't cheap nowadays, but more so the fact she's just made of sand.
You never struck me as a sand humper, Joe. Always thought you were a land dumper, you feel me?
Depends on what villain arc I'm in, but god damn it, let me finish my train of thought. Once you finally hit her with that super effective and sticky glommy juice, all you gotta do is get your trusty HM slave to use surf on her, and it's a guilt-free way of cleaning up the mess.
Just checking, isn't that literal murder?
No face, no case, babies. No face, no case.
That ain't down bad, that's disturbing. Donald, help me.
I've been losing life hitting myself the last few minutes because I'm confused. Why do you need an ally to use surf to wash her away?
Post-nut clarity has made me do quite literally the most insane things in the world.
No, I'm not bashing your method, I'm questioning your technique. If you pump out enough glommy juice anyway, that'll wash her sandy cheeks away.
I'm scared, legitimately in a danger sense type of way.
They call my schlong Bob, the way these bitches be sponging him up.
Press X to doubt.
Finally, the Queen of Fire, the fearsome flyer, Charizard guard, look at her, majestic, volcanic, and thick.
I'd dragon claw her clothes off, even if she's left in an outrage. Give her 2 to 3 turns, doggy to missionary, leave her confused. Fire spin her around and reach that molten core.
Lord help us, I will admit, she makes my heart use sunny day.
Queen of the Kanto Prom, Blastoise wishes it could compete.
Don't diss my big man like that.
Still, there's something holding her back from true peak. Predictability. We've seen Charizard all over everything since Gen 1. This MF got 2 mega evolutions. Damien is the only man strong enough to ever abandon this gigalith of iconography.
Sure, she's a bit overexposed like a shiny Rayquaza in Pokemon Showdown, but you can't deny that the mainstream are there for a reason.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. It isn't just that it's Charizard. Look at it. This is the potential and character design the likes of Talonflame wish they could reach.
Look, I'll meet you halfway. She's iconic, but she just doesn't hit like the Spirit Tomb fusion.
Peak, then.
Peak sounds good.
I can concur with peak.
Then it's settled. Let's get to our final evaluation before Joe starts reciting the poker app in iambic pentameter, as is his defining character trait.
They said I wouldn't do it, but I'm ready for Freddy.
I just can't do it, Joe. I can't have Cradilly acting silly grabbing Willie in the smash tier. She has to go down to bash.
Never. My slippery little plant babe doesn't deserve this. Don't make me cry. If I lose too much moisture, I go into torpor for 100 years.
I'm with Obama. Now that I've gone through this journey, I'm a stronger man. I can resist the call of the blowjob hand job. You know what you get if you combine blow and hand? Bland. I don't want a bland job, Joseph.
Biden blast it all? Fine, if that's how it has to be. At least move the tail eye fleshlight SP up to bash.
Your reason?
It supports a unique property not many of these women have. The tail.
We've been through this, it's not even remotely long enough.
I get that, but think of the advantages. The tighter fit would surely benefit you under the right circumstances, no? If you get into a cycle of doing the same bedroom stuff over and over, you'll never realize the fun possibilities out there for you and your partner/partners. So juice it up. Get those whips and chains, get freaky deaky, try some neck rope, knives, Bane LEDs, boxing gloves, bear traps, hand grenades, lightsabers, taser guns, fully automatic HK-21 extended mag pack, a punch 8-cog scope with flamethrower attachment, or something crazy like a double-ended dildo. If you don't try, the leisure of pleasure might just forever be out of your sight. And that, ladies and gentlemen, would suck major doo-doo.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's right. Maybe I should step out of my comfort zone and start coming in Ford zones? Thanks, Joe. I'm going to go down to Michelle and tell her I love her as we begin our new journey.
That's a great plan, Barry. I'll tell whatever female is lined up at my door the same thing. You always did have a way with words.
I think we all learned a lot from each other today. We hope the audience did too.
Here is our final tier list. Overall, I'm surprised at just how many talented ones were in the mix, and we hope our insight was justifiable for our placements.
If you have any differing opinions, be sure to let us know down below where you would put a certain monster, or check the description for the tier maker link so you can create your own using this exact same template.
Be sure to like, comment, share, and all that other good stuff to give us the algorithm fuel we need to keep making long-form videos such as this.
Thanks so much as always for watching. We will see you next time for the finale.
Peace out.